Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon again, and this is actually going to be a sponsored video by a new show coming out on the USA Network called Graceland. And it's about undercover FBI and DEA agents living together and really trying to get along. So let's take a look at a quick clip.
What are you doing?
I'm a teacher.
I'm trying to make him on the PGA Tour.
Reservist with the 316th Quartermaster Company.
You are now an undercover agent, and your lies are your life.
Graceland, a new original series, premieres Thursday, June 6th at 10 on USA.
All right, great. So there you go. That's the show. Again, that's going to be premiering on the USA Network on June 6th at 10/9 Central. If you want to see more before the show comes out, I'll throw a link in the description box for you. Now, I figured since this was a video sponsored by a cop show, I might as well do something somewhat related. And what I figured I'd do is show you how to make some pretty banging donuts. Now, for this, where I live in New England, I literally can't go 2 blocks without seeing a Dunkin' Donuts. Honestly, I pass probably about 10 on my way to work. And even though I follow flexible dieting, fitting a bunch of donuts into my diet is still something that's very difficult to do. So I'm gonna show you a recipe to make these quick, easy, and most importantly, delicious donuts. So let's take a look and get cooking. Okay, so the first ingredient is 1 cup of a baking mix of your choice. You can also use flour and baking soda and make this yourself. These baking mixes just make it easier. You're also going to be needing a 1/4 cup of pumpkin. This is great to add into anything you're baking, as well as 1/2 cup of almond milk. You can use regular milk if it's more convenient for you. You're also going to be needing a 1/4 cup of egg whites. If you'd rather just use a whole egg or something of that nature, you can, as well as 1 scoop of the whey of your choice. So I'm using actually mocha cappuccino, so this should be quite good. I'm also going to use some non-stick cooking spray just to coat the pan as always, and on top of that, surprisingly enough, I'll be using 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. It sounds weird, but it will definitely help. Also, what will help is if you have an actual dedicated donut pan. I bought this, it was like $8. You can buy these at any real baking cooking store. So to start off, all we're going to do is we're going to take our baking mix and put it in a big bowl. Going to include all the dry ingredients first, so 1 scoop of protein powder on top of that. From here, we're simply going to add in a 1/4 cup of pumpkin. I don't know why I used that spoon, it wasn't necessary. Adding in the liquid egg whites as well. Adding in the 1/2 cup of almond milk next. So again, dry ingredients first, then we're putting all the wet ingredients in. I'm also going to end up with a tablespoon of this apple cider vinegar. Again, trust me on this one, you won't taste it when it's said and done. So then we're just going to go ahead and whisk these things together. So while we're doing this and prepping, I should also say that you can go ahead and preheat the oven to 425 degrees. When it's all mixed together, I'm grabbing a bag and I'm going to put the mixture in because I'm going to make one of these pastry guns, so to say, where I can cut the tip off. Hopefully that's not what she said, Lorena Bobbitt. And this will help you transfer the mix into the pan itself without really making a mess. So these donut pans can be kind of tricky if you just kind of try to spoon it in. So as you can see here, it works pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and fill these donuts up. One of the things I should mention is I'm only filling up 5. I'm leaving some leftover mixture because that's going to help in the end. So we're going to stick these in the oven for somewhere around 10 to 12 minutes until we get actual donuts. Once we're done, we're going to come back and we're going to use the mixture again, and we're going to use this as a glaze. Now, if you want to get fancy with these, you can use a different mixture, a different type of glaze. You could do, you know, a vanilla cake type with chocolate frosting. You can really get pretty creative with this. I'm just doing the same mixture on top. So this is like a double mocha cappuccino chocolate, and there you see the finished product. And for each one of these donuts, based off the ingredients and the amounts I used, you're looking at 109 calories per donut, 16 carbs, 9 grams of protein, and only 1 gram of fat. So these are actually, like I said, some pretty banging donuts, and they taste great.